The Duke and Duchess of Sussex traveled to New York as Prince Harry, 37, delivered a keynote speech to the United Nations on Monday. The assembly gathered for Nelson Mandela, but many royal watchers quickly zeroed in on the couple ahead of Prince Harry taking the stage. The Duchess, 40, is caught reaching for her husband's hand, before he moves to affectionately squeeze Meghan's leg. She then wraps her own fingers around his hand, looping her arm through Harry's as the couple remains seated. The public display of intimacy was praised as a glimpse into the couple's private life by royal watchers, with one Instagram user calling the gestures an indication of true love. Another Instagram user, Anissa_Sari, wrote, "They just can't get enough of each other." Fellow social media user, Mariam686, added, "Love these two for being a comfort for one another, in a world full of criticisms." At the Real Eras commented, "I love watching 'em, while at Erarim equipped, so beautiful to watch. It's so genuine." Prince Harry also used his speech to UN ambassadors to laud Meghan as his soulmate. Marking Nelson Mandela Day, he described his affinity with Africa, a continent that he said provided a place of solace for him following his mother's death in 1997. He described, "Since I first visited Africa at 13 years old, I've always found hope on the continent. In fact, for most of my life, it has been my lifeline, a place where I have found peace and healing time and time again. It's where I've felt closest to my mother and sought solace after she died, and where I knew I had found a soulmate in my wife." Body language expert Judy James described how the Duchess looked to be calming Harry's nerves ahead of the address, looking confident and sociable. Ms. James told Express.co.uk, Harry's speech might have been delivered with a somber gravitas, but his body language before and after suggested high levels of anxiety and nervousness. In his seat at the UN, his eyes look wide and his gaze is reflective rather than animated, as if he is mulling over his speech in his head. This deadpan, unsmiling facial expression is in direct contrast to his wife Meghan, who sits in upright elegance, looking confident and sociable. She added, her torso is part turned towards Harry to offer silent support, but this supportive and reassuring approach intensifies as she takes his right hand in a clasp with her own, placing it on her lap and holding his arm with her other hand in a gesture that looks aimed at calming nerves and offering loving support. Ms. James continued, when Harry was up giving his speech there were strong signs that Meghan was, quite naturally, offering some silent support and encouragement from her place in the audience. Her hand clasp twisted on her lap in a sign of empathetic tension as she watched him deliver his important keynote.